Oh boy. Quantum Leap, the beloved time-traveling series featuring the adventures of physicist Dr. Sam Becket to change history for the better, is officially being revived in a new sequel series. Rumors of this revival have been circulating for quite a while. It's been almost a year since it was revealed by NBC's head of program planning and strategy, Jeff Bader, that as the network was exploring their entire back catalog, everyone was discussing Quantum Leap. Now it is officially moving forward as NBC has just ordered a pilot for the new series. In this video, I'd like to discuss everything we know, including this latest news, what we might expect to see in this sequel, and what I think needs to happen in this new series to guarantee success. I have to admit that I'm glad the show is in fact a continuation of the original series and not a reboot. According to Variety, the official premise for this new iteration is, it's been 30 years since Dr. Sam Becket stepped into the Quantum Leap accelerator and vanished. Now, a new team has been assembled to restart the project in the hopes of understanding the mysteries behind the machine and the man who created it. Universal Television will produce. Stephen Lillian and Brian Winbrand are attached to write the pilot and will also executive produce under their I Have an Idea Entertainment banner. Both also serve as executive producers on the NBC series La Brea. The pair have previously created and served as showrunners for the dramedy God Friended Me, and have also worked as writers on Gotham and the Hawaii Five-0 reboot. I'm excited to report that the original series creator Donald P. Bellisario is also attached to this Quantum Leap entry as executive producer, along with Deborah Pratt and Martin Garrow. As of right now, it has not been officially confirmed if Scott Bakula will return to reprise his role. However, he is rumored to be in talks to join the show. I would be very surprised if he wasn't involved in some way, considering the very premise of the show itself revolves around understanding the mystery of the Quantum Leap accelerator and the man who created it, Dr. Becket. The Star Trek Enterprise and NCIS New Orleans actor has expressed on several occasions his interest to come back for a revival if given the opportunity. So I think it's definitely reasonable to hope that we'll see Bakula in this new series. How much we'll see of him, though, is another matter entirely. What makes this news bittersweet, however, is the fact that actor Dean Stockwell, who played Dr. Becket's friend and guide through time, Al, recently passed away at 85 years of age. The bond of friendship between Sam and Al was one of the best parts of the series, and I hope the showrunners recognize that and do their utmost to honor their legacy. I also think it's important for the same theme of what can be accomplished through the strong bond of friendship to be carried on in this new iteration. The original Quantum Leap aired for 5 seasons on NBC from 1989 to 1993. When Season 5 was coming to an end, however, series creator Donald Bellisario was instructed to write an episode that could serve as either a season or series finale, as it was unclear whether the show would be renewed for a 6th season. This caused what ended up being the series finale to be somewhat controversial. While there were some answers provided regarding Beckett's continued leaping and featured Sam correcting a life-altering event in Al's life, changing his future for the better, the last shot of the finale revealed that Sam never returned home. While it is certainly nice to think about Sam's noble sacrifice to continue leaping to keep fixing things that once went wrong, one can't help but long for his return home so he can live his own life, to see his family, and to expect to see himself when he looks in the mirror. It's still unclear if bringing Sam home by possibly replacing him is what the new team endeavors to accomplish. As I've stated before in a previous video, a sequel series basically writes itself. Sam ended up having a daughter, Samantha, who had her dad's high IQ and photographic memory, and who in Season 5 was revealed to be working on the Quantum Leap project, trying to find a way to bring Becket home. It could also be a possibility that one of Al's 4 daughters could be involved in the renewed project as well, but that's all speculation. We'll have to wait and see as more information comes out. The premise for the new show still leaves a lot open to interpretation, though it does seem to lend itself to less of an episodic time travel of the week format and more towards having the intention of using the quantum leap accelerator for the specific purpose of continuing Dr. Becket's humanitarian efforts, with a continual story arc of tracking him in order to bring him home at last. While the initial rumors stated that the Quantum Leap revival was intended to air on the streaming service Peacock, that was not confirmed in this recent report, only that NBC had ordered the series pilot. If the series does indeed end up airing on Peacock, I can definitely see a more condensed story arc of 10 episodes a season, which tends to be the norm for streaming shows. Another intriguing aspect of this new series is that the Quantum Leap Accelerator enables one to travel within one's own lifetime. So Dr. Becket, under normal circumstances, could only leap as far back as his birthday in 1953. As such, this allowed for various period piece stories between the 50s and 80s. Now that the new series is set 30 years later in our present time, it also means the time periods available to a new leaper will be different, with episodes set in the present with the possibility to travel back at least a few decades. I can see them going as far back as the 80s, but that's all dependent on the age of the traveler. While this is an important piece of lore I hope they maintain, I share actor Scott Bakula's concern of whether more modern stories could retain that quaint old-fashioned feel that made the original so special. In an interview with TV Line, Bakula voiced what he would like to see in a revival, saying, "That show is very special to me, obviously, so I would wish whoever did it luck. I mean, the idea of walking in another man or woman's shoes is so relevant and so important right now. We've become so divided in our world that the ability to cross that line of politics and just deal with the humanity and the individual person who's sharing a moment on the planet with you is really relevant." There was also a quaintness about the show, because it had this period feel because Sam traveled anywhere within his own lifetime. That made it feel a little old-fashioned, but I would hope that they get the truth of it and the sentiments of it right, and not try to make it slick. Sam was this naive kid who just happened to be a brilliant scientist who stumbled on something and all of a sudden was thrown into all of these different lives and worlds and people and situations that he never could have imagined growing up in. I would just hope that they would try and keep that, but I don't know what they'll do. Revivals of beloved IPs can be very hit or miss, and mostly miss to be honest, but I choose to remain hopeful for this new addition to Quantum Leap. I am really glad that I haven't heard the word reboot in this case, and am hopeful considering the original series creator's involvement and Scott Bakula's willingness to join the show. There are reasons for hope and concern as the series has some big shoes to fill, especially for the writing department. What made Quantum Leap so unique is that for a time-traveling series, it wasn't a typical sci-fi show. It was a pleasing blend of humor, drama, and social commentary as Sam entered the shoes, so to speak, of all sorts of people and walks of life. A recipe I'm skeptical as to whether or not it can be faithfully repeated. Bakula was dead on when he expressed his hope that the showrunners get the truth of the show and the sentiments of it right. I personally think that is the key. I can't help but look to Cobra Kai as one of the best examples of revitalizing a beloved franchise. As a sequel series to the Karate Kid films, it follows Daniel LaRusso and Johnny Lawrence and a new generation of karate kids. Though these IPs are obviously very different, the lessons learned from Cobra Kai's success are vital for this Quantum Leap revival. Cobra Kai retains the same spirit of the original films. There is sincere respect for the legacy characters. They struggle and suffer setbacks, but they are as we remember them while they mentor a new generation. And honoring what came before does not mean simply adding nostalgic elements for nostalgia's sake. Every moment that harkens back to the spirit of the original is meaningful as it is incorporated into the story in a significant and compelling way. Another thing that I think the showrunners have handled beautifully is how Cobra Kai continues to pay homage to the late Pat Morita and his character Mr. Miyagi in heartfelt ways. I feel that he is very much a vital part of this new entry to the Karate Kid franchise. This respectful treatment of beloved legacy characters is something I very much hope to see when it comes to both Sam and Al, and at the end of the day, will be crucial in attracting fans and general audiences alike. Ultimately, time will tell. But I'm curious to know what you think about this planned Quantum Leap series. Are you excited that it's moving forward as a sequel? Do you have any theories for the characters and stories that might be featured? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, and be sure to subscribe for more sci-fi and fantasy news and lore. Thank you all so much for your support. And as always, have a very nerdy day.